So I got up this morning and I was thinking of what I wanted to talk about, and I was like, hey, Nintendo had a direct last night about this new mobile game, Dragalia Lost, so I'll go watch that and then I'll talk about it. And oh my gosh, I have not cared this little about a new game announcement since the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I'm not going to talk about that. Instead, let's talk about what I want out of Nintendo Switch Online, because there's not already 1,000 YouTube channels talking about that, and surely I would have something interesting to add to that conversation that hasn't already been covered by Spawnwave or Review Tech USA or Wolfden or something like that. So, yeah, sure. Let's just repeat the same thing that they've been saying for months now. What I'm most excited about this service is the subscription service that comes with the classic games like Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 1. There's other games in it, but right now I couldn't be bothered to care what they are. Ice Climber. That'll be fun to play online. It's just what that game was needing. That's what'll fix that game. Online multiplayer, because couch co-op for that just is not good enough, dadgummit. So the list of games isn't very big, but to be fair, we don't know everything that's coming. Nintendo has said that there's going to be... Nintendo has already revealed that there's going to be 20 games. I don't know what I was doing with my hands there. 20 games at launch. But they've only revealed what 10 of them are. We've got soccer, balloon fight, tennis, ice climber, Donkey Kong, Dr. Mario. That'll actually be great. I kicked my wife's butt in that. Actually, let's be real here. She's going to just completely demolish me in that. Mario Brothers, which is the original thing with the pipes and the Koopas and stuff coming out of it. The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros., and Super Mario Bros. 3. But there's more games that haven't been announced yet. I've got a feeling that they're going to be things like Excite Bike or that Urban Championship karate game that's real goofy. I don't know. But they're going to reveal those games when the system launches later in September. I'm hoping that they add SNES, N64, and even better, GameCube to this list very, very, very soon. But I understand they got to roll things out slowly, kind of see how it goes, stress test the servers. Nintendo's track record with online has not been excellent up until this point. And I'm hoping that the fact that they're going to start charging for it means that those servers are going to greatly improve. Sony used to not charge for PlayStation Network, and then with the PS4 decided to start doing so. And as far as I know, their servers are way better now than they used to be. They still get hacked a lot. It seems like I see way more of that going on than Microsoft's Xbox Live, but it has greatly improved, at least from what I've been told. I don't have a PS4, so I can't test this myself. I'm a little confused as to why they're going to be charging to play online for games that you haven't had to pay for up until this point. Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8, Mario Tennis, ARMS, these are all games that people have been playing online for free. And now all of a sudden you're going to put a $20 to $35 paywall, just depending on which service you get. And I think that's a little weird. I thought for sure they were at the very least going to allow people to play the games that came out last year for free. Maybe go ahead and put Mario Tennis behind the paywall because it is so new. The older games, like, you're already giving it away for free. Just keep letting people play, especially Mario Kart. Mario Kart definitely benefits from the most people possible being able to just jump in and play. And I'm not sure that there are very many people who the only game that they play online is Mario Kart are going to be that crazy about paying for it. Splatoon 2 and ARMS are much more competitive, and I think people who want to play those games online would happily shell out the extra money to be able to do so. But Mario Kart just attracts a much more casual audience, and I think that's kind of a mistake. Just let them play it for free. The pricing for this is phenomenal, especially if the servers are as solid as I'm hoping they're going to be, and the subscription service turns out to be as robust as I hope it will be down the line beyond these initial 20 games that are coming out at launch. $35 a year gets you 8 unique profiles, and they don't even have to be using your Switch. I could go buy my wife a Switch and my son a Switch, sell the other plans to somebody else, and heck, I could actually make money off of this thing. Whereas Xbox and PlayStation don't even offer family plans. Microsoft occasionally goes into this and offers like, hey, we'll let you buy 2 years of a family plan all at once as long as you sign up for the 2 years and it's a limited run and blah, 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 blah. But I've never heard of Sony doing this. Those services cost anywhere from $50 to $60 a year, depending on if you can find it on sale. And the only way that your family gets to use it is if they're using your Xbox or PlayStation 4. This is a phenomenal deal. Even if you don't have a family, I think it's worth spending the $35 a year to get the family plan. Surely you have a friend who would be willing to go halvesies with you. If you do decide you don't want to do that, spend the $20 on a whole year. Otherwise, it's like $4 for a month. And if you do that, you wind up paying $48 for the year. That's more than double the price. Just stop going to Starbucks for a couple of days and pay the $20 for a year. One point of contention with people has been that cloud saves are locked behind this paywall. I don't know why people are so upset about this, because Sony has their cloud saves locked behind their paywall, and I don't hear anybody complaining about that. Microsoft used to have their cloud saves locked behind a paywall, and I do believe on Xbox 360 it's probably still the case. But on Xbox One, all you need is a Xbox Live Silver account to be able to do this. I know their website has some conflicting information about that, but as an Xbox One owner who doesn't currently have a gold subscription, I can tell you, cloud saves do work with just the regular Silver account. I think the biggest complaint here with Nintendo, though, is that there's currently no way to just pop your save file on an SD card or a thumbstick or something like that and back it up some other way. So unless you have this online service, you have no way of backing up your saves. In fact, up until this point, we haven't had any way of backing up our saves. And since the save data is not on the cartridge, I think is kind of a weird decision on their part. If you lose your Switch, or your Switch dies, or you have to send it in for repair and they have to wipe the system out for some reason, all your save data is gone. All those shrines you got on Zelda, gone. All that work you put into Mario Kart 8, gone. All those moons you collected in Mario Odyssey, gone. Your online profile for Splatoon 2, as far as I know, it's gone. I don't think that gets saved up on Nintendo servers yet. Now, obviously, with a game like Splatoon or ARMS, where the focus is online multiplayer, and you're going to have this subscription service, you're going to have your cloud saves for it. I don't see a scenario where someone owns Splatoon 2 and ARMS, or even Mario Tennis, and their save isn't being taken care of. But for all the rest of us, it's kind of a bummer. Data miners have found in the firmware that it looks like there's evidence of Nintendo working on a solution to be able to back up your saves. But the reason why Nintendo has been so kind of cagey about this and cautious about getting into it is because being able to back up your saves on the Wii and the Wii U are how people were able to hack both the Wii and the Wii U and run homebrew software and even run pirated games. And Nintendo's really not a fan of piracy. Like, really, 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 really not a fan of piracy. I'm not trying to say that Microsoft and Sony are a fan of piracy, but Nintendo will bend over backwards to make your life miserable if you're trying to pirate their games. Whereas Sony and Microsoft, yeah, they care. They don't care that much. So this really doesn't surprise me that this is a concern for them. I hope they figure this out soon because, again, I would love it for people to be able to back up their saves without having to pay for this Nintendo Online subscription service. Now let's talk about the last thing, and that's this. If you're not familiar with this for some reason, it's probably just because you don't own a Switch. This is the Nintendo Switch Online application for your phone. You might be thinking to yourself, well, that's kind of neat. I can manage stuff from my phone. I can put on the parental controls for the Switch system, which that's actually in a completely different app for some reason. I can manage my friend list, on and on and on. Most of that stuff is true. The biggest problem with this thing, though, however, is it's the only way currently to voice chat with other Nintendo Switch owners when playing most online games. Fortnite has superseded this, and I do believe there's one other game on the system that has said that you can do voice chat directly from the system. I can't remember what it is. Nintendo games and most other games, like the newly announced Diablo 3 that's coming out for Switch, you've got to use this app. And it's not great. It means I have to have my phone next to me, and since it is limited to the phone and there's not a PC application, unless I go get some Android emulator and run it on that, there's no way to run it on my PC, and so I got to have my phone running, and if I get a phone call during it or a text message, it's all this kind of nonsense, and I totally get why people are upset about it. Most people want to be able to just plug a headset into their console or to their PC and use Steam or Xbox Live or PSN or whatever it is they're using for voice chat. Now, I'm not defending Nintendo here, but I do want to kind of shine a light on maybe their perspective. For a while now, it's been very clear that cross-network play is gonna be a thing. It's already here in a lot of ways. Sony's gonna get on board, I think, eventually, because Bethesda is getting real, hammery about Sony not allowing the PlayStation 4, and they're saying that's going to be a really big problem with their future online endeavors. It's here, and if you want to chat with your friends, let's say I'm playing Minecraft, and I'm playing Minecraft on my Switch, and someone else is playing Minecraft on their Xbox, and someone else is playing Minecraft on their PC. You know what I'm going to have to use? Probably Discord. And you know what I, as a Switch player, am probably going to be using for Discord? Probably going to be using my phone. I'm probably not going to have my laptop there. I mean, even though I could and there wouldn't be anything wrong with that, I probably am going to be using my phone to be chatting with these other people. I'm already doing it. I'm going to be using Discord. I'm going to be using Skype. I'm going to be using Google Hangouts, whatever it is I want to do. I mean, yeah, it's chintzy and goofy, and as far as I know, I can't just hop on here and start talking to somebody like I can on Discord. So it wouldn't work in the situation that I'm talking about, where someone's playing Minecraft on the Switch and someone's playing Minecraft on Xbox Live. You're not going to be able to hop on your Nintendo Switch Online application, start chatting with them. You're going to need Discord. I think the thing that Nintendo is thinking is there are already people having to use their phones or their laptops or whatever for their voice chat for this reason. And let's not even forget, streamers are probably also using Discord instead of Xbox Live or instead of PSN, because it's easier to capture that chat audio than it is to capture the chat audio from your Xbox or your PlayStation. This is already a reality. Do I think it excuses Nintendo for not including it directly on the Switch and making it easier for the millions upon millions of people that don't fit into this scenario that I just described? No, it's stupid. They really should fix this. However, the people who are complaining the most about it probably wouldn't use it anyway. Now, maybe they're just complaining about it because they know their audience. They know that you, my viewers, are probably not in my situation. You are probably one of the people who would just prefer to use the chat on the system. And I get that. That's their job. That's my job. If I start reviewing stuff, I'm not really supposed to tell you, hey, does this work for my scenario? I mean, yeah, I am going to bring that up. But what you want to know is it going to work for your scenario? And to be honest, this probably isn't, unless you're someone like me who wants to do a lot of streaming or a lot of that other stuff. You probably would benefit from this. Yes, I do hope Nintendo fixes this. The current situation is stupid. But I do think this is a case of Nintendo just looking a little bit too far out into the future and getting ahead of themselves, which is something that they do have a bad habit of doing. So what do you think about all this? Are you going to be paying for the subscription service, or are you going to be passing because you're like, I just don't play games online that much? Are you most excited for the quality servers that are going to come from this, or are you mostly getting it because you're interested in the NES games and hopefully the SNES, N64, and GameCube games that are going to be added to the subscription service? Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys.